1300 if you would like to give us a call and tell us what's on your mind. Is Alec back there? Okay. Alec, are you there? Alex?
Yes, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It won't happen again.
Well, I hope not.
So I wanted to say that there is just this constant barrage of negative stories about Trump. And the thing is, most of them, if you actually examine them, they fall apart under close scrutiny. Like half the time he says something that is truthful but is kind of outside the bounds of what people often talk about. So he gets pilloried for it. I'd like to address specifically the story this morning, right, of him calling Obama the father of ISIS.
Yeah, funny thing to say.
And I think that maybe more like the uncle of ISIS.
Yeah, all right. Well, what's the difference?
Well, I don't. It's not like he has directly done it, but so much of what you read is not really true. I have in front of me on the computer an internal memo that was circulated around the U.S. Department of Defense and State Department describing the beginnings of the Syrian War. And it basically says that on the one side, you have Turkey, Saudi Arabia, the West, and the Salafists, who, of course, went on to become ISIS.
That's right.
Based on the Salafist Wahhabi ideology.
Yeah.
And this memo specifically says that the West is on the side of the Salafists with the goal of destabilizing and removing Assad. And it opens the possibility of establishing a Salafist principality in the east of Syria in order to Assad.
Hang on there, Alex. You're getting into a very, very complex area.
But it's important.
Well, it might be important to you. Is it important to us?
Well, this is the truth of the Syrian War, which is one of the most pressing, crises in the world today. And this is the document obtained by a government oversight organization called Judicial Watch, which sued the Department of State for these documents.
Yeah, look, what the hell's that got to do with Obama and Donald Trump?
Well, because the Obama administration knew that our regional allies were propping up a Salafist Al-Qaeda-linked entity in eastern Syria in order to destabilize Assad for purely cynical, kind of realpolitik purposes.
Okay, well, you do, obviously, you at least think you know what you're talking about. You're aware that ISIS is an offshoot of the Taliban?
No, this has nothing to do with the Taliban.
Well, I'm telling you that ISIS is an offshoot of the Taliban. And it existed long before Obama even came to power.
But they were not active in Iraq and Syria until 2011, 2012.
We're talking about Trump's words about Obama and IS, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. So he did say ISIS should be honoring President Obama. He's the founder of ISIS. And he also said, I would say the co-founder would be crooked Hillary Clinton. So, I think that he's a raving lunatic, and I think you might be verging on one. 1300